Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the 2-Bit Show. I'm your host, Thomas 2-Bit Bestove, and alien gnomes have attacked. Oh, wait, no, that's just Pixity. Is that why you were gone last week?
Yeah.
We missed you.
Yes, we did.
I had to make sure that the gnomes knew not to attack, and yet sadly they did.
Well, I
Aw.
mean, it's the spooky month. That's when you expect them to attack. Who would ever expect gnomes to invade during October? I knew I should have seen that coming. Just like a full moon, you always howl.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing we do.
Anyway, last episode I said that we're going to take a little minute to talk about Scary Godmother 1 and 2. I just now realized that I'm going to have to edit this video now. Yay, work for me! Don't ask questions.
And Scary Godmother, I know very little about, so I'm just going to smile and wave for most of this. So I'll have been put here and there, and I have a little bit of a story, but yeah, that's it.
Like, I remember watching it a lot as a kid, but I haven't seen it since I've been an adult. So, A, I don't know if it holds up any. B, I haven't seen it in a very long time. And C, I'll just continue. And you're not getting my grilled cheese.
But I want it.
I'm
You're
talking
gone-
something else that's very furry,
Oh,
staring at me.
Listen, I'm hungry. You will give me your grilled cheese.
You'll get it like
anyways.
Anyways, the Scary Godmother movie is actually based off of a children's kid book, kind of like Jumanji and Zathura. And this
Really?
Yep.
It is. It's like a children's comic book, if I'm remembering right.
Yep. It's one of those interesting things that's like, we could turn this into a movie. And someone did, and let me just tell you, the plot of the story is pretty much simple. A little girl named Hannah goes out trick-or-treating with her older cousin Jimmy, and those are the only two characters I remember because, shut up. And goes out trick-or-treating with Jimmy and his friends. Jimmy decides to pull a prank on Hannah by locking her in a spooky house, while claiming that there's monsters such as witches, skeletons, vampires, and more, all just waiting inside to spook this little child who just wants to go out trick-or-treating.
Life's a bitch.
Well, that's
The only
definitely
thing
true.
I remember about the group is there was girl, black guy, and I think another kid.
Also,
Yeah.
their eyes would not stop moving, and it terrified me.
Yeah, the beadiness of the eyes were kind of creepy in retrospect.
Yeah, the human eyes are definitely... Ooh. It's definitely one of those, how do we animate eyes? Just make black dots and that'll be their eyes. Okay.
So my experience of this movie is very little. I just remember that my friend from childhood, Grant, and his little sister Emma would watch this movie because she was scared of a lot of things when she was growing up. Me, Grant, and Emma would go trick-or-treating, but it was just me and Grant that would stick around, and Emma was, typically back in the day, the annoying little sister that just kind of was scared of everything. But, now that I look back, it was kind of mean that, I felt like she was like, my friend Grant would be like, oh, but you're afraid of everything. And it wasn't nice. But yeah, that's all I really know about Scary Godmother. That and the Nostalgic Roots review of it. So that's it.
Another
Yeah.
thing I just remembered, even though I have no nostalgia for the series, the same people who did this animation is also the same people who did Reboot.
Oh, no
And-
way!
Yeah, they also did Transformers Beast Wars, which
Beast Wars!
I do nostalgia for, and most of the Barbie movies. So they've done a lot of animation actually.
That's
Okay,
pretty
this
interesting.
might sound weird, but I did kind of like the Rapunzel one, mostly for the male dragon. That's it. That's the only reason I like the Rapunzel movie.
That's the thing I had to talk about one day is the Barbie movies because I
Oh boy.
Yeah, don't worry. We don't judge you much.
Yeah.
I mean, Anyway, back to the plot. Back to the story. After Hannah gets locked into the mansion, the Scary Godmother, an actual witch, decides to, help her learn that the monsters aren't so scary by taking her to an amazing party where she gets to meet one of the best, most obviously gay characters in the whole show, Skelly.
My God.
Literally.
Yeah,
He literally
Scully's
comes
gay.
out of a closet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a literal skeleton in the freaking closet, and I love it.
Yeah, you hear that, Scully? You're gay.
Yeah, there's no getting around. He even has a joke where it's like, oh, everyone has a skeleton in their closet.
And we love him because
Yes.
he's fabulous.
Yes, he is. He has a top hat and a cane, and he does a dance. It's like, God, you're gay, and we love you.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's also...
Obviously, now that.
Go ahead.
Continue, sorry. No, you continue. I think I was about to go on something you were about to talk anyway, thinking about it. But go ahead.
There's also Harry, the werewolf, who is a big chunky boy and wears pajamas. I don't know
I love
why.
him.
I just want to give him pets and just like a little kiss on the cheek. Like, you're a
Yeah.
good boy.
Yes,
Oh,
he is
yes,
such a
I
good
am
boy.
the best. I also think that Hannah is a famous actress. And I also sleep through most of this movie because I get hypnotized by the vampire trio.
He and Broadway from Gargoyles should just go get a drink together and then hit it off from there. Come on. They'd be perfect for each other.
Okay, yes, now that you put that in my head, thank you. I'm going to have a dream about that.
You're welcome.
Let's see here. There was the vampire
I remember
trio.
the vampire family. I thought they were a really nice little couple, the husband and wife, and the boy. The boy reminds me of someone I would have grown up with, like kind of geeky but still sweet, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vampire couple, they definitely give that sort of vibe that you would feel from like the Addams Family, where Gomez clearly loves Morticia and would do anything for her. It's very sweet, and the kid he's definitely like, oh, you're so embarrassing, but he's also a bit of a geek himself, but he's kind and innocent and pretty cool.
One minor note, I actually think Adam's Family Values is the best out of the bunch. Sorry, fight me. Anyways.
Bum bum bum. And lastly, there's the actual monster under your bed. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
A bugaboo.
Yes,
wasn't
yes.
Bugaboo. Yeah.
it?
Bugaboo.
His design is both like friendly, creepy, and I really like it.
Yeah, he has multiple eyes, sharp teeth, horns. He's like discount Sully, but you know.
I always thought he looked like Sunnyside from Partners in Time, but I guess I could be wrong.
Oh my god. Oh man, the fact you know Sunnyside and Partners of Time, that's like, oof, that's a whole other thing we need to talk about.
Yeah, me and my friend Grant would play it a lot. But anyways, God, we
That
keep on.
sounds familiar. That's why I'm like looking it up right now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what he looked like. That's all.
I just remember stripes, many eyes, and horns. He kind of had a Monsters Inc. kind of monster quality to him.
Yeah.
Where scaring was really much just kind of like, oh, it's just a job I have to do. It pays the bills, whatnot.
Yeah.
Anywho, as I say, Hannah gets invited to this wonderful party. She sees that the monsters really aren't as scary as she thought, and everyone made it out to be. She then talks about her brother, her older cousin, kind of, pulling a prank on her, and they decide, you know what, let's go prank them back. And so they go to the real world, and they all just scare them one by one. And Harry, who's just not into it, is just like, oh, I'm going to put forth my acting like I actually care, whatever. And then he sees one of the kids dressed as a candy, and his gluttony is like, candy?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I do know that during the time they were spooked, the animation got very Scooby Doo inspired, and their eyes would bug out. They would all run in like clouds, if I'm remembering right. Like just very Scooby Doo inspired kind of chase scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a short little scene where Hannah basically saves the day by shining her flashlight on them, and they all kind of dramatically just like get defeated, and it's a nice little lesson that they all basically teach Jimmy and his friends, and they kind of go back and they kind of have a little more respect for Hannah because she was so brave and saved them from these monsters that they thought they saw. And it was really cool. And there was a funny gag where Harry is just like, so, what's to eat? Because the funny thing about funny part about the movie is that at the party, Harry eats all the food. So he decides...
I love him.
That's a mood if I'm really
such a mood.
all the food.
He eats all the food, so he orders a pizza, and the pizza delivery skeleton is like, you gotta pay for. You have two options to pay for this: with cash or your soul. And Scary Godmother is like, no, I'll just scurry around Boogie and see if he has any money on them, and he has money in all of his fur.
That's funny. That's kind of cute.
I also just remember that her cat, Scary Godmother's cat, was like a
Oh,
little
yes!
cat. I don't know if it had a name, but I remember loving just how it was kind of like a Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas kind of thing.
Except
Yeah.
a cat.
Except the
Yeah.
cat. And it didn't have a cute nose.
Ah, yeah. I forgot about the ghost cat. But the only reason I bring up Harry eating all the food and ordering the pizza is because that ties in and leads to Scary Godmother 2, The Revenge of Jimmy, where Harry
God, I'll get to it when I have to.
where Harry is a host for the show, the sequel. He acts like the freaking host.
I think that was great.
Yeah, and Scary Godmother is like, "What's going on?" And he's basically and she reminds him, "Harry, you have to live up your end of the bargain when you ordered all that pizza last year to basically do all of these chores for me in exchange for not being punished or whatever." Which is basically throughout the second movie, he's constantly doing something like he paints the night sky, the moon, he paints the leaves or whatever. He does all this ridiculous stuff, and it's pretty funny. But the sequel focuses on the fact that after Jimmy got scared last year, he decides that he's just going to cancel Halloween by trying
Cancel
to...
culture. Cancel. How did cancel culture cancel?
I mean,
my
that one.
God.
Didn't that one dude in that robot, My Life as a Teenage Robot, cancel like every holiday except Christmas? Like,
Yes.
it's possible.
I feel like
Yeah.
you're right. It's been a
God.
while since I've watched
Cancel
that.
culture before cancel culture became a big thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and he goes to extreme lengths to do this as well. Like, actually does he writes flammable and poisonous on all the costumes and candy so they can't be sold.
That is the funniest thing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, and then if I'm remembering right, they just used the same costumes as last year. The stupid excuses, maybe for a budget reason. Like, I remember the girl who was dressed up as a cat was like, "Oh, I'm not a cat, I'm a panther now," because she was a black cat. The kid one of the kids was a poisonous piece of candy. I think it was a black kid.
No, that was a white kid. The black kid was a baseball player in an SUV.
Yeah. Yeah, he was stupid, but
I like that. It's like, oh man, we don't have enough budget to make new costumes. Reuse assets, and he also smashes pumpkins.
That gives him a limp. If I'm right, he goes through like a little Grinch-like transformation.
Yeah, it's like his face gets frozen. He gets red markers on his face. He wears his old costume. He gets a limp, smashing the pumpkins.
Yeah.
He TPs the entire house that they're going to have a party in. And
he's just petty. He's just a petty motherfucker.
Yeah, he basically is just being a jerk because he got spooked last year, but he also kind of got traumatized, so he removes the underneath from his bed. He doesn't change his clothes because he threw them all out.
This is what we call you need therapy, my son.
Yeah, y'all need some help.
Yeah, he definitely needed help, but eventually, every time he does something Hannah basically comes up with something. She's like, "Hey, just reuse our costumes. Let's make our own candies and sweets."
The kids were already having a funny face. It was easier for them to uh, do things. You know?
Yeah, they draw on the pumpkins to give them this face, and the toilet paper becomes the ghosts.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep, and every time, go ahead.
I remember one thing about the movie is there's one time where he's in I would say mild psychosis. Jimmy's in mild psychosis. His parents give him spaghetti and meatballs, and it starts appearing as Bugaboo, which I
Yes.
find like a really good, like I guess visual imagery kind of thing, where it's just this simple thing can be so spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy he has a lot of mental issues he needs to grow out of.
Oh, shit.
Like,
Turn back on. Okay. Yeah, he definitely has a lot of problems that he needs to go. That we definitely went through and needs some help with.
oh yeah. If I'm right, isn't this one of the movies we don't see adults that aren't the Scary Godmother and whatnot?
Yes, this is definitely one of those movies where there's no real adults except for, I got
Scary Godmother.
Scary Godmother and a few of the monsters.
And vampire parents. Yeah.
Yes, but yeah.
Oh, I just want to know, since I just had this thought, if they're vampire parents, did they have the kid before or after? Can they even have children? This is a thing I'm thinking about as an adult.
I think the reason there's no parents, though, is because when kids reach a certain age, trick-or-treating, like around 9 or 10, the parents aren't around.
My parents stayed with me until I think the last time I did Halloween was when I was like 13. My friend and my sister and my brother.
I'm sorry, but then again, if your parents were cool, that's cool, but
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I didn't mind it, actually. 'Cause
Okay.
So sometimes it's not too bad to have your parent with you, but again, it's like only if they're okay and cool and not overprotective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something I could talk about personally, y'all. But I'll think about. We could tell Halloween stories to each other at some point.
Yeah.
One year, I dressed up as Sloppy the Dummy from the Goosebumps movie book.
I think I shared my favorite Halloween costume as Charmeleon in like the RCT's chat. I'll have to see if I can find it again, but
Yep.
that was probably
Also-
my favorite.
Also, before we get back on topic, real quick, can I just say that in the TV show, Sloppy the Dummy is white, but in the books, he's black with freckles. And I'm like, what? That's
People
weird.
can't have freckles though. It's not
How
very common.
Yeah, they
How-
can.
How dare you?
Yeah.
I'm going to go to horny jail. But back onto the movie. Every time Jimmy does something to kind of try and cancel or weaken Halloween, something in the spooky world kind of goes wrong, where it reverts from spooky to normal. And
Yeah.
like the effects have it are pretty interesting. Like the whole world kind of vanishes. I think like the shit. I don't remember two things. The house falls apart and everything, and they end up running out of magic, and they're all sitting on Scary Godmother's broom, and Skelly's looking up Harry's butt, and he's like, "My eye sockets."
Yeah, your eye sockets. Sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking wrong. I thought I was like, am I having a Mandela effect or what? But I swear there's a moment where Harry turns back into a human. Maybe am I thinking wrong?
He doesn't
It's
turn
been
back
forever.
human. He doesn't turn human, but he does lose his
No.
shirt.
That's what it is.
Yes, he
gets
loses his
naked.
shirt and he's naked, and Buggy shrinks down in size, and and Harry makes a joke. We're like, great, give me an eye patch, and now I can be a pirate. And the vampire family they all gain life, and the father like feels his heartbeat, and he's like, I'm alive! It's like the worst thing ever. And Scary Godmother loses her color and magic, and I think the ghost cat vanishes, and like the whole place seems like it's out to vanish completely.
Also, I love how it's just because of this one kid in one small town causing this to happen.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like the Twitter cancel culture people would be so proud of him.
oh, absolutely. It'd be like if this was happening, like if this was a legit place, like where you could visit, like Scary Godmother's world and stuff, it'd be dead completely from last year.
Oh, yeah.
There was no Halloween. I mean, I've heard some people aren't even doing Halloween this year, but because
Halloween is my favorite holiday, and that's why I don't feel bad watching Scary Godmother or anything, because it's good. I like Halloween. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy.
I would say for
Well,
you,
that's because you're a coyote.
That's true. Halloween, yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
it just dawned on you what I said.
Yes, I was waiting for it to dawn on him.
You're a little slow in the head today, aren't you?
No, I'm always slow in the head.
We
But
still
then
love
again,
you.
We still
yeah, I did hear it. I was just trying to process saying something else before I heard it. Trust me.
But yep. Anyway, hey, as the film wraps up and the house has another Halloween party, where after Skelly gives up his cowboy costume, yes, he was dressed as a cowboy. Shut up. I know what you're thinking. Yes, gay cowboy. Ha ha ha. We know.
I'm a gay cowboy. Coyote. Cowboy. So I'm not offended.
Skelly gives up his gay cowboy costume to the werewolf boy. Alright, they all have a wonderful time. Jimmy sneaks in. He tries to steal the big bucket of candy, ends up scaring Boogie, and he realizes that, hey, I scared the monster that scared me last year. Has a revelation. Scary Godmother cleans him up, fixes his injuries, and he's back to somewhat normal, but I still feel like he needs therapy. The movie wraps up. Harry tries to gain donations of candy from the viewers. Scary Godmother and Skelly drag him off screen, and the movie ends.
Was this was there like a UNICEF tie-in for this? I swear there was. I swear.
I think it might have came after that, but I wouldn't be surprised if that would be a thing. I don't think it was though. But I wouldn't be surprised if that.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I just remember Cartoon Network, along with those movies, would show Trick or Treat for UNICEF, like with Blue and Billy and Mandy, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, those commercials. That one I remember. They even had like one of those flash game on their site.
Oh,
yeah.
Useless fact, since you mentioned UNICEF, I don't know what country it is, but they have one for that was based with the Smurfs, and it's like a bomb stuff, and there's like fucking Smurfs dead, and I gotta find it again because it's like darkly hilarious.
That's
okay.
Smurfingly terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, that's definitely in the terror of Halloween, at least.
Yeah.
Anyway, those were the two movies, and I gotta say, I don't remember how long they were. I think they were like 30 or 40 minutes each.
It's probably like 45 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
Your standard kids fare.
Yeah. They're definitely one of those movies where if you watch it as a kid or even a young teen, you're like, man, this movie is terrible, but it's the kind of... Well, it's the kind of bad where it's good, and just looking at it, I'm like, this is a harmless Halloween movie, and I love it, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Honestly, there aren't that many Halloween movies for kids that are like a special instead of like, but of course there's like wonderful things like The Night Before Christmas, but there aren't a lot of Halloween specials that are like not from another cartoon series that has nothing to do with Halloween in the first place. And this is a good series, couple of movies because, I mean, I could go on. Well, we'll get there, but I'll go on and on about how many bad Christmas one-time specials there are because there's a lot of them. But,
Oh, my God. When we get to December, we're going to talk about A Night Before Christmas, which is a rap Christmas special. It's bad.
And Frosty Returns because I guess he had to.
Don't forget the CG.
I kind of like that one.
The 2000 CG Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
We're going to talk about that
toys.
one.
We don't talk about Christmas right now. This is Halloween. But
Yeah.
we're getting
I mean,
off topic.
unless it's Night Before Christmas, we don't talk about Christmas.
We should have opened this with "This is Halloween" and we blew it.
Oh, fuck. We could have. You know what? Start the whole thing over. We're getting my time machine.
No.
Copyright strip.
Oh,
Maybe.
right. Yeah. I'm not taking the risk because of whoever. Who owns it? Warner Brothers?
Disney.
Fuck that. Nope.
Yeah.
We done goofed a little.
Well, I mean, like, we wouldn't play it. We would just have one of us sing it. Just
because Disney definitely wanted mind us singing.
True.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyways, what did you think? What are your thoughts on the two movies, Pixity?
I have a lot of nostalgia watching them in the mid 2000s. Like every time I remember, they would play on like almost. I swear they stopped it rather recently, but it seems like ever since like I'd say 2004, 5, mid 2000s, they played every year around Halloween at least a few times, and now they haven't. And it makes me kind of sad.
I'd say their last time they played it was like 2012, I think, because I remembered that. Yeah, right when Teen Titans Go came out, they stopped playing it.
We don't talk about that show.
There's
No,
some
we don't.
things that weren't too bad about it, but that's another story for another time.
Yeah.
But let's see. It's just really nostalgic. It's like you said, it's not good, like perfectly good, but it's a lot of nostalgic like feelings of like being in like during Halloween time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Excuse me. I'm just trying to get my. I feel like I had to burp or something.
It's okay. Better out than in.
That's what I always say.
Yeah. Oh, great. Now DreamWorks is going to copyright strike. So I'm just kidding.
Trust me, I might not care. I don't know.
Yeah. We're not that big right now.
No.
Yeah.
But we might get bigger. Who knows?
You never know. My husband gets in trouble for the stupidest things.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyways.
You never know.
Should we talk about other Halloween things after we're done wrapping up Scary Godmothers? Or
oh, indeed, because there's. I mean, I still want to talk about some spooky stuff. We're definitely going to dedicate the next episode. Spoiler alert. I won't say until the end of the episode. Ha ha ha. But yeah. As far as other spooky movies, the only other one that always comes to mind is the Charlie Brown Halloween special. It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown.
Okay, before we get into that, like, we'll get into, like, I heard.
Go ahead.
I heard that parents are saying it's too mean-spirited. I don't get why it's mean-spirited.
I don't know either. Didn't they grow up with it too? That's the problem.
Alls I know is I got a rock. That's so relatable. That's a mood. That is a mood, and I'm sure it was a mood in the '60s, but it's even more of a mood now. It's like I got a rock.
I've always wanted to do go for Halloween as a Charlie Brown ghost, not just a normal ghost, just the holes everywhere.
The holes. Yeah.
Charlie Brown one, but I don't have an old sheet to do it with.
And that's a funny thing that like all the kids were mostly dressed as ghosts, but some of them had masks on. I remember Lucy had a mask.
Who the hell has a whole neighborhood have a ready supply of boulders in their house? It makes no sense.
It doesn't, but that's one of the funny things about it. The only thing I remember about that special is that there's a party, they go trick or treating. Linus tricks Charlie Brown's younger sister to stand in a pumpkin patch where Snoopy rises up with a pumpkin on his head. That's all I remember about the movie. It's wholesome, it's cute, and if you think it's mean-spirited, you might want to watch the movie again because it's not.
Wait, he has a pumpkin on his head? I don't think he had a pumpkin on his head. I think he just rose out and he looked like a pumpkin from like the shadow. And
Yeah, I'm remembering right. It just rose up, kind of like there he is.
It's the Great
Pumpkin. Yeah.
I maybe I was thinking, maybe I was imagining that he had a pumpkin on his head or something. I don't remember.
The
Like I
slight
said-
Mandela effects you're having too, huh?
Oh man,
Yeah.
oh man, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that gummy bear.
Oh no, not that gummy bear.
But
I'm a gummy bear.
no, we're no. I don't care about copyrights. I just don't want that effing song on my head.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Silver, Halloween movies, TV shows, whatever, go so we don't get that song in our head.
Remember the SpongeBob SquarePants episode?
One day play because
Scaredy
it's
Pants?
fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Like, I didn't think of it bad at all as a kid,
Yeah.
but now the slight gore is terrifying.
Yeah. Quick summary of the episode for those who are too old to know it. SpongeBob basically is constantly being scared by everyone in Bikini Bottom every year at Halloween. He decides to get his revenge by pretending to be the Flying Dutchman and to scare everyone. He ends up succeeding in scaring everyone at a party at the Krusty Krab, only for the real Flying Dutchman to come down, basically say, "You're not scary, and I'm going to now eat all your souls," and whatnot. Well, but first he removes the sheet over SpongeBob's head, runs away screaming, being scared. Everyone looks at SpongeBob, runs away being scared. Patrick realizes that he shaved off all of SpongeBob's skin and runs away screaming when SpongeBob basically says, "That's not a hat, that's my brain." And yes, SpongeBob was a stem, eyeballs, some organs, and his brain.
Yeah.
That's...
I remember. No, go ahead.
That's messed up.
It really is. But like you don't think it is when you're a kid. It's like one of those things where you don't think it's messed up when you're a kid, but like when you're an adult, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. But the episode itself, it's definitely classic SpongeBob. It's funny, it's hilarious. Patrick
It's dark.
It's a little dark. Patrick has some good moments like, "I'm the Flying Dutchman's best friend."
I think
Yeah.
isn't there a part that's now kind of slightly become a meme with Squidward being like, "I've come for your pickle" or something?
Yes.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Yes. Mr. Krabs is telling the story to Flying Dutchman, and his like using the Krabby Patty and pickles as like representations of the ship and souls. And Squidward rises up, "I've come for your pickle."
Didn't Sandy dress up as like a goldfish in a bowl and then
Yeah.
like
Yes.
I love that.
She's like-
That's so cute.
Yeah.
For her.
she's like, "Why? I'm a goldfish in a bowl." And Squidward's like, "I don't get it."
Pretty much. And
"Get down." Sorry.
that's
The
okay.
one memory I have of this, the first time I watched this, I didn't watch the whole thing because I was with my friend Grant and his sister Emma, and we were delaying our trick-or-treating, I guess, because we were getting to the part where SpongeBob is getting scared by all the jack-o'-lanterns and everything around him, and then my friend's dad turned the TV off and he was like, "All right, SpongeBob's dead. Been nice knowing you."
Oh
Whoops.
my gosh. Awful.
Typical
I mean-
Chicago,
Oh,
dad, I guess.
Oh man. Okay, real quick, my dad was born in Chicago, and when he dated my mom, they went out to a bowling alley once. One of their friends decided to sit on my mom's lap. My mom said, "You do not want my husband seeing you sit on my lap. He will pick you up and throw you down this bowling lane."
Sounds about Chicago.
Yeah. Love you, Dad.
Chi-Town represent. Chi-Town represent.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was definitely a good SpongeBob Halloween episode. That
Yeah.
again, dark, but it's so much better than the other Halloween specials.
Yeah.
Also, you'll definitely see that the Flying Dutchman looks a lot more different in this episode. He is a little bit more terrifying than his the the further incarnations of him.
Yeah, I think the last real good time I can remember with the Flying Dutchman was in Shanghai.
Oh my god, that episode is a treat and a treasure and a national monument.
Yes.
That's like top 10 SpongeBob episodes.
Yeah. If you have not watched Shanghai, you need to watch it because I had the DVD that had the 2 alternate endings where Squidward and Patrick made their wishes that ultimately failed. Which is it's kind of funny that even in the end when SpongeBob makes I wish the Flying Dutchman was a vegetarian. It's still
that's the one that won, right? That's the one that won.
Yes, and eventually the Dutchman just tries to make them into a smoothie. It's like fruit prevents scurvy. I'm like, you're not wrong.
That's one of the few episodes I still randomly quote, honestly, because I still do. Me and my husband will still randomly go lee.
Yes.
Someone's got to scare me because I might have a little case of the hiccups.
Oh, don't worry. I look out! It's a tormentor.
Huh?
Oh. Hang on. No wait, hang on. It's Scruffy. Okay,
Thank you.
That would be scary.
Yeah, but we don't talk about that.
No, we don't talk about him. He shall not be named ever. Like Voldemort.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You could have also told me that there was no more bacon in the world, and then I would have been.
Okay, no, because then I would have been sad. I fucking love bacon. I love that we're off topic on scary things, and still on topic about scary things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost was one of the episodes I just did not like, and I think it actually kind of scared me a little because
it's really depressingly dark.
Yeah.
I like the watermelon though.
Yeah, they tried to feed Squidward a worm.
That's fresh from the manure field. What?
Oh my god.
Is that what he says? I've never.
Yes. One watermelon, fresh from the manure field, Your Highness.
Oh my god. Also, can we just talk about the fact that that the sculpture of Squidward got sat on by Patrick's face, and I'm pretty sure that awoken someone's fetish.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Dude,
I'm not sorry.
That's the thing.
Yeah. And then like the whole episode I just like at the end where he ends up in the bubble and he floats upward and there's the seagulls. I'm like, uh-oh.
Also, when I was a kid, I thought at the very end he said, "Oh shit."
Oh my god.
Because it does sound like he's like, shit.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you just gotta be very careful how you say it. That's the important thing.
Like, oh, sugar, honey, iced tea, and Madagascar.
Yeah. Or the one where, or like avoiding the word hell in the Goofy movie because he's like, oh man, this is gonna be a living hello, little boy.
I love that. I didn't catch it when I was a kid, but now that I'm older, I'm like, damn, that's really good.
We definitely need to do an episode talking about like adult jokes that that were perfectly slipped past.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'll have to teach you how to do what's it called? StreamYard, so you can show the clips while we talk about them.
Definitely. Pixity, what about you? What's your favorite movie or TV special or TV show that definitely focused more on the Halloween aspect?
For me, I don't know why I wanted to talk about Casper, the Friendly Ghost. Since I feel like that's a good and a bad. There's some good Casper, and then there's some really bad Casper.
I've only seen the first one where for some reason the dad calls the daughter Bucket. And I don't know why, and it's driven me crazy for decades.
Bucket?
That's the same feeling I have with hold on a second. Why I don't get why, like in Lady and the Tramp, why Tramp calls Lady Pigeon. I find that weird.
Pidge. It's
Pig or
Pidge.
pigeon.
It was a 50s expression.
Probably. No, don't go. But one thing I was gonna say about I remember really liking that live action uh Casper as a kid. Like I really loved it. It was like one of my favorite little Halloween time movies. I've seen
Yeah.
it and I don't know why. I just find it really charming for like a 90s film.
Well, it came out in 95, I think. I think it came out
96, yeah, a little bit older than me, I think, or younger than me. So
Yeah.
but I do. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I
You
do-
got your cat now.
Yeah, she's having her late night zoomies. But I remember seeing some of the Casper cartoons, like original things. And I just want to bring it up because it makes me want to cry like a bitch. But the Ferdy the Fox one
Oh,
is,
I like foxes.
but it is like so sweet but sad as hell. Like,
I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah. And man, beautifully just depressing. But at least he's with. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and do things. And man, I just remember being like, hey,
Yeah, I like clap and cry at the same time.
Yeah. Let's see. So I have I don't have a lot of nostalgia for this, but I'm just going through Halloween kind of things. The Treehouse of Horror thing is another thing.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
I love The Simpsons.
Hang on, because I have to. We must kill the boy. How'd you know Bart was a vampire? Bart's a vampire. Ah!
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over. Dad, you killed the zombie Flanders. You
That
miss
is a
zombie?
zombie. That's another favorite line. Dad, you killed Zombie Flanders. He was a zombie.
He was a zombie.
I've watched only. I don't have a lot of nostalgia for The Simpsons because there was an episode that really fucked me up from watching it for so very long. But the few times I do get to watch it, like especially the Halloween ones, I have a grand old time watching just because.
Since we're talking about spoopy things, what was the episode that scared you?
There is an episode where I can't remember the name of it now, mind you, but there was an episode I came across my dad watching one year, and it was like every so often there would have to be replacements of the snowball because they kept dying in multiple.
Oh my god, I remember that one. That was terrifying.
Yeah, and I'm a person who loves cats, and little me seeing something fictional or live death of a cat, couldn't do it.
I think my dad turned that one off when I was watching it because when Snowball 3 drowned in the fish tank, he was like, "Oh my god, why are you watching this?"
Yeah, I remember seeing that one. That's probably the one I remember the most.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, damn, that's kind of funny and fucked up at the same time.
Whereas then the fourth one jumped out the window and she's like, "You know what? I'm sick of this." Yeah. She wasn't even crying. She was like, "Yeah, whatever." And that was kind of messed up.
Yeah. I remember seeing that snowball in the fish tank, and I was like, nope, I hate this. This is not a funny show for me. And then I remember my brother would watch it with his best friend, and I didn't know about the itchy and scratchy thing, mind you.
Oh.
So, and I was hemophobic as a kid. I couldn't deal with gory, bloody things. So anytime I saw the itchy and scratchy thing, I almost felt like I was gonna puke.
I don't know if I'm like messed up in the head, but I always laughed at Itchy and Scratchy. I
over-exaggeration of Tom and Jerry. Now that I'm older, I think they're hilarious. I do remember when I did see the movie in theaters because they did have a Itchy and Scratchy themed thing. I would always keep looking down just in case for if there was like an explosion of blood, but it was really tame for some reason in the movie compared to the TV show. I'm like, you could go a little harder, you know.
Yeah. But the Treehouse of Horror that's my favorite is probably everyone's favorite. It's number 5 from 1994, where they do the parody of The Shining.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
and
I
like
need to.
no
I need
beer,
to
no TV makes Homer go something something.
What did you think, Marge? I was thinking along the lines of no TV and no beer make Homer something something. Go crazy? Don't mind if I do.
Yeah,
need to-
just the way
I need
he.
to. I need to watch them all, like maybe this around this Halloween if I have time.
Yeah,
There's like 30 of them, right? Like by now, like 31 maybe.
and yeah, there's gotta be like a lot
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah, so I might watch some with my husband. Like, yo, you want to sit down and watch some Simpsons with me? And I can imagine be like, the full series? No, just
So-
the Treehouse of Horror.
I actually watched the one from 2020 because it finally got on Disney Plus, and I gotta say that one was pretty good.
Was it?
Mm.
I do know that they want to save the 666th episode for Treehouse of Horror.
Oh my God!
Which
Yes.
this year and every year forward, they're gonna start doing 5 segments instead of 3.
Oh.
Mm. That's
So,
either
but-
gonna
yeah.
be
shorter.
really good or really bad. I don't know. That's either.
I heard that
That's
this year's has something to do with TikTok. I don't know how that's
Mm.
gonna go, but it also has something to do with the ring, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I mean, you could definitely do something scary because like The Ring in itself is a pretty scary movie, especially when I think they
I've
did like a
not
reboot recently, but
I've recently got into scary movies, but anyways, we're not talking about that in particular. It's more about like nostalgic scary things, right?
I
yeah.
didn't know if y'all had nostalgia for it, so that's why I brought it up. Let's see what else.
Yeah, just real quick, just want to say like I never really cared too much for The Simpsons, and I definitely don't care too much for them now. There are some funny moments that I've seen clips of that just make me laugh. Mostly like Abe is a pretty funny character just because he's the crazy old man.
I must be the minority here then, because I had seasons 1 through 11 on DVD. I love The Simpsons a lot.
Well,
My husband has nostalgia for it. I do know he had the plastic Homer head.
I have the Homer head, the Bart head, and the Lisa head. I didn't get Marge and Maggie.
I think it personally has to do with the fact that I didn't really care for adult cartoons and animations until I got a bit older, and my friend introduced me to King of the Hill, which has some of its own very spooky Halloween episodes, including
Really? Do
yeah,
tell.
yeah. There's
They have a few. Yeah.
there's two that always stick out in my mind from King of the Hill. The one where a lady cancels Halloween because she's a Christian.
I don't get that. I don't get that.
I don't get that either.
She just thinks that Halloween is the devil's holiday, and you're worshiping the devil when you if you celebrate Halloween, and you need to do everything I say or you're not getting into heaven, and blah 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 blah. Like,
Are you sure she wasn't just a Jehovah's Witness? I mean, it's the funny thing is the thing with Halloween and Jehovah's Witnesses have in common is they both knock on the door.
trust me,
Fine, I'm gonna be a Jehovah's Witness for Halloween. I'm gonna
oh my
start
god, that would be scary.
That would be terrifying.
Also,
Yeah.
real quick, no disrespect to anyone's religion or whatever.
Nope.
But please don't act like you're better because you practice religion.
Right.
That's one reason I stayed away from religion for so long, is because there were some really strong-minded people.
Yeah, and
I still stay away from it, but I don't hate on others. Just
Yeah, but that whole episode basically focused on just her trying to use her Christian views to convert a bunch of the kids to be extreme Christians and whatnot, and canceled Halloween, all because she got pranked by TP and thought her cat got killed by someone when she ran over her own effing cat.
That's kind of a dark plot for a King of the Hill.
Oh, no.
It's not the darkest, I know.
No, the darker one is the crazy guy who tried to turn Luann into the Wendy's girl. Yes,
Kind of like a Wendy's
kind,
girl. Yeah.
yeah. Um, who basically was a psycho stalk, was a control freak who had to wanted to bring back his family's restaurant mascot, and whatever, and he wanted to be the pig, and he was just messed up in the head, sadly.
If I'm right, that episode was banned for a while.
Yes, because the episode ends with him being electrocuted. He suddenly has a moment. He has a moment of sanity and realizes, "Hey, I'm cured!" Just before he goes into a slaughter machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I remember watching that episode. It scared the living daylights out of me because it was just like, that's so effed up. And there was even rumors that there was a scene where you saw him hanging from one of the meat hooks.
I've heard that too, but
Yeah.
that's I think that is honestly just a rumor.
Yeah.
But anyways, the one that scared me the most out of King of the Hill, I don't think it was even a Halloween episode, but it was the one where Peggy is teaching a Spanish class, and then there's the hell sequence from that. I don't know why we got there, but
yes,
yeah, I don't know
what you're
how we
talking
got there. I don't know how we got there in that episode, but there we are. And
I can explain. Basically, Peggy becomes a teacher for a bunch of nuns teaching Spanish, and I think something about like how her husband's like, you're saying like, you're lying to these kids and whatnot, and because you're a nun, isn't that a wrong thing to do and whatnot? And she thinks that she's sending all these kids to hell, and then fire stops, and then the fire starts again because Hank replaced the propane in hell, and it's like, lots of clean burning hell, I tell you what.
Yeah, I remember that. That scared the crap out of me when I was a kid.
It's definitely scary, especially when you think about it, like a bunch of kids getting sentenced to hell. But also Hank just saying that's a clean burning hell, that's funny. That's
two things. Another Halloween special from an adult animation thing I really like. Before I tell you that, I was looking up Halloween like things and for like Halloween movies or cartoons. And one of the first thing that comes up is a movie called Gnome Alone, and I hate it.
Oh my god!
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either, but for another adult animated Halloween special, I love it. South Park has a whole bunch of great Halloween specials, but I think one of the first ones that I remember really liking was, maybe because I'm biased because I love this band a lot, but the episode where they have Korn as like Scooby Doo characters.
Oh yeah,
so great. I love, and I know, since I know y'all don't know Korn really well, probably.
I don't know the band, sadly.
No. I know of them, and I know some of their music. Yeah.
But Jonathan Davis, the main dude, I love that he's even trying to amp up his voice, like "Come on, gang," and then you hear like, but he's actually kind of got a naturally deep kind of voice, so it's kind of funny to hear him be like, "Come on, game," and then at the very end there's a thing where it's like, oh, I guess there really were pirate ghosts in like his real voice. But I love that it's just this goofy Scooby Doo thing. I'm trying to remember what that niblet sounded like, because I remember I could do it pretty well. If I'm right, it sounded like, oh, can't do it. No, forget it. I was trying to remember, and my voice cracked and creaked.
What I hate to be that guy, that Yote, but what's our runtime right now?
We're saying at 53 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. Should we talk about the Scooby Doo movies, the Zombie Island and the Witch's Ghost, or should we save that for another time?
We could talk about just the Scooby Doo series probably another time.
To talk about the movies, you have to talk about the series, and I'm just going to say this:
the live action movies have the soft spot for me.
Yeah, I do too.
The first two.
We're definitely yeah. Okay. I just want to say that the Scooby Doo is a series that's been running since
69.
Yeah.
I'm not making a joke. It's 1969.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I want to believe you, but I have my phone. Scooby Doo.
He's not wrong.
I know, but I'm like, Scooby Doo air date because I'm like, damn it.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, whatever. But yeah, the Scooby Doo series has been going on for 50 years as of this year, and it's just one of those things that we definitely, if you want to talk about spooky and Halloween, that's perfect. And I think
I stemmed aggressively. Oh my god! When I was going through that list, I forgot about this movie I loved as a kid, and it was the little vampire with Jonathan Lipnicki in it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the kid that was in the Jerry Maguire movie, right?
yeah, Stuart Little. Yeah, same kid.
Yeah, same kid.
By the way, he turned out hot. That's just something off.
Whatever happened to him? Like, is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's doing like boxing, MMA things, if I'm right.
wow, that's cool.
You look it up.
Yeah.
But man, I just remember the little vampire. My heart just sank. Like, oh man, I love that movie. I just remember.
Oh my goodness! Oh, it took me a minute, but I now remember that movie. Yes.
It's
I remember it.
I saw it in theaters. It's a wholesome movie.
I want to know if it's on it. I wonder if it's
Wait,
streaming.
it was in theaters? I thought it was a Disney Channel original.
Was it?
No, you're probably thinking like, was Casper and Wendy a Disney one? I don't know, but something like that was one.
I think I just had another Mandela effect. I remember seeing it, and it was a good movie.
Yeah, I think it just might have been one of those that went through like a lot of like licensing, like, oh, you can air it here, you can air it there.
I won't be surprised.
I was a vampire one year for Halloween. Sadly, I was. Besides the fursuit, I was never a were creature. So, yeah,
you could just wear your paws and your legs and just say you're a werewolf.
That's cheating.
It is.
I mean, I've been the Yote for like since 2014, and then in 2018 I got my current suit. So, yeah.
'Tis lovely.
I was a Legends of the Hidden Temple runner, Silver Snakes team member for 2016, and I have the medallion somewhere still.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll have to send you a picture someday.
Oh, please do. Oh. Well, guess what I'm watching on Tubi? I'm watching a little vampire.
Nice. I have Tubi. Anyways.
Oh my god. Anyways, that's okay. I think we just about reached our runtime, but our next episode, we were going to talk about video game levels and Halloween video games.
Oh, really? I have a ton.
I'll have to go through my memory of spooky levels and stuff.
But now I'm debating if we just make the next episode about Scooby Doo.
I don't know. I mean, should we let the viewers decide? Well, we don't have that. We don't have that many
if we had a lot of viewers, I would definitely leave it up to them.
Whenever we get like up to like 100, I think we should start letting them vote.
I think we should flip a coin or something.
I got a ton of coins, so after the episode, I'll flip a coin and we'll let that decide what we talk about. But before, go ahead.
I was gonna say, whatever wins, we can do that next week, and then the other one can be on the back burner for the next time.
Sounds like a good idea.
But before we do our closing credits, there is one thing I have to do. I'm not sorry. And you know what I'm about to do.
I don't, but I don't trust it.
I have no idea, but my ears are perked.
Really? None of you don't? Alright. Boy, am I glad that he's frozen up in there and we're out here, and he's the sheriff, and we're frozen out here. I just remembered, we're frozen in there. Oh wait, we're out there. What I want to know is, where's the caveman?
Like Zoink Scooby gotta flip a coin. I think I'm too high to do that. See you next time.
Take care.
Happy Tales.
And remember, the voice actor for Fred actually did swear a lot in a TV commercial on Cartoon Network. I'm not making this up. Look it up. Dude, you're a legend. If I ever meet you...
Treasure. He says it like treasure. It's really, really
Yeah.
I want to meet him before he dies.
Yeah,
I-
Frank Welker. Yeah.
Yes.
I see you, Cat. Sorry, I'm.
Mwah. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. I was
Good
about
night.
to say that.
Yeah, well, mine has more gay. No, it doesn't.
Oh, really?
No, it does.
Oh, we have a gay off.
All right. I think we should end this episode.